Welcome to Weekly Review, where I review the week weekly. So last week, I started ECS, which was good. Many issues came up, but I eventually solved most of them. But outside of working my project, I spent most of the week just doing tutorials. Well, just watching tutorials more than doing them. Especially some math stuff. So that's pretty much all I did last week. I feel like I didn't do much last week, so hopefully I do more this week. Good news is that I found a lot of solutions, or potential solutions to a lot of problems I was having. So one of the biggest fears I had was animation, because the dots/ECS system has no animation. You can't use it in the job system. So I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do about animations? Then I found a post on the Unity forums about the hybrid ECS and how the new workflow is. So I guess I'll show you how it works, how it kind of works. Alright, so with the convert to, instead of convert and destroy, we use convert and inject game object. And if we want the game object to move with the entity, that's what it's called, then we simply we add a component. When we convert it, we add the component copy transform from game object. This will copy the transform of the game object to the entity. There's also another one called copy transform to game object. Might have gotten that wrong. It's copy something. Copy transform to game object. Yeah, that was correct. So you do copy transform to game object if you want to copy the entity position to the game object position, transform. Now with this, I can do some movement in the entity component system, the ECS system, and for anything that needs animation, they'll be, well, I don't know yet, but they'll be using game objects instead of entities. Because entities, the ECS mesh component, the mesh, I could find it. I think it's just called mesh. But anyway, the mesh component doesn't support skinned mesh, so I can't do any inverse kinematics to animate them properly. So that's why I've been worried a lot about animation. But now that I kind of know how to do hybrid ECS, or I have an idea, the seed of an idea on how to do hybrid ECS, I'm less worried about the animation part. But animation itself, I might have some difficulties. But we now know that animation is possible with ECS. Not directly, but you can use both. Hybrid ECS, as it's called. So I'm going to do that soon. Like right after this recording, I'm going to be doing some other stuff before I do that. But I will be doing it soon. Other than that, I went to a bunch of developer meetups. The IGDA Melbourne meetup. Met a few people. And it was alright. There was no VR there, unfortunately. I was hoping to find someone presenting VR there, but there was no one, unfortunately. Then I went to a VR meetup in Melbourne, and they were very welcoming. I really liked that meetup. Hopefully, more people will come, and people will show off their games. So I'm pretty excited for that meetup. Okay, Google, please be quiet. That was strange. My Google was listening to me for some reason. My Google Home was listening to me. So I guess that's about it. So what's up next? Fixing the rotation thing, because rotations seem a bit weird at the moment. Learn how to convert and inject entities and game objects. We're going to do physics also. We're going to start doing physics using the ECS Unity physics. And we'll be doing a replay system. I don't know if I'm going to make it a game mechanic, but we're going to do a replay system to maybe help debug. Instead of me putting on the headset every time, it's gonna replay a bunch of inputs. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that still. But I just saw a tutorial by Brackies where he did a replay system, and I kinda want to do it with ECS and in VR, because that would be very interesting. Anyway, that's it for this week. Until next time.